Good morning, FaB fam. It's Vinny B with Dead on Board Gaming. And with Monarch right around the corner, I just wanted to take one last time to kind of go over some ideas, predictions, things I really heard and liked. And let's see how close we can get to what actually happens. Um, so, first thing I want to tackle is the light versus dark as a mechanic in the game. So there's two different ways this could go. I've heard the rumors that there's going to be a necromancer and a cleric, and that could just be it. It could just be the introduction of two new classes, and they're pushing that as the light versus dark uh, type of struggle inside the lore, since the lore is such a big deal in the game. So if they wanted to be a little cryptic, they could make it sound bigger than that. But I actually like a better idea that light and dark will play a big part as a mechanic throughout the whole game, as a finishing mechanic to the game. And what I think it will actually be is you can run light or dark inside of your deck, but you can only pick one side. So there'll be light and dark cards, and you can put them into. Now, I don't know if they'll be class specific or not, but you can put them the into your deck. So say you wanted to run a dark Katsu. You can run Katsu cards and dark cards or dark ninja cards. Again, I'm not sure exactly how that would go, and I didn't really put a bunch of thought into that. But we'll say, but you want to run a dark Katsu. So dark Katsu, as we know right now, like destroys equipment. And you want the ability to destroy your opponent's equipment. So you would run the dark version of Katsu, and your deck would be a dark Katsu deck. On the other side, the light version, I don't remember what that did. Did it repair all your equipment? I think it was like the opposite thing. One was destroy all equipment, and the other one was revive them. I could be wrong. I apologize. I should have thought about that, or I should have read that before we got into it. Anyways, but you run that, and then you're running a light Katsu deck, and it's the good guy Katsu deck, and you would get access to the light cards. So that's what I think the light and dark would is gonna do, or what I think would be a cool idea for it. Let me know what you guys think about that. Do you think it's gonna be light versus dark? Do you think it's cleric versus necromancer? Do you think I don't know. What do you think? So next was the idea that we've touched on a few times, which was the being able to run two different heroes as the small versions, so the blitz versions, which would equal up the life total of the two, because they all kind of equal out to 40. Or if you run like Benji, you'd be at 37, like Benji and something else. We'll say Brute. I'm a little further away from that. The more I think about it, the more I put thought into it, it seems harder and harder to make actually work, as like each of the classes have very strong synergies with themselves. That doesn't say that the next four heroes aren't going to synergize with the already you already hear heroes, the current heroes. There we go. And maybe they will bring four new heroes that synergize with them real good, and maybe we were dead on the whole time. But again, the more I put thought into it, I don't think that's actually a thing. Though I think it would be cool, and again, the way the numbers line up, and the way Blitz lines up, and the way Blitz was designed later in the game. So the 20 lifed heroes, if when they made the game, if they're put in there, that means they put them in there strictly for limited, which makes sense because on the box it says, draftable for update players or force sealed. So they had that very, very much in mind when they made it. So that's where my mind jumps, is that they did it for sealed, and then they designed Blitz and used those cards as a base point to make Blitz make sense. But again, in my mind, I think they made the small heroes for the bigger mechanic down the line. Because again, they made this whole game and then split it up in four sections. If we include crew. So they can go so many ways. It's like so exciting. I like really. It's so exciting to see what this is going to really be. The other thing I've heard, and this is from Louis over at TCG, Kitchen Table TCG, is that this is going to encompass all 8 heroes and be like a larger supplementary set, kind of like Crucible, that's going to introduce the dark and light, which kind of goes back to what I was thinking, where there's going to be a dark side and a light side, and it kind of lines up there. Also, he suggested that it would be a mainly generic set to make it draftable. I don't think this is where we're going with it. I feel like the way the sets came out over the last year and a half or whatever have been real good at, like, 4 heroes support, 4 heroes support, and then the supplementary set, which was crew. I actually like that system. You know what I mean? I think that's cool. And what I think is coming, if they're not going to encompass all 8 heroes, or if they're not going to introduce exactly 4 new heroes or classes, what I think we're going to actually get is a mixture. We're going to get 2 new classes and then 2 heroes to existing classes. And then I think Kingdoms is going to do the same thing. And I think the classes that we're going to get are Wizard, Runeblade, Ranger, and Guardian. Those are the 4 that don't have a second hero yet. So over the next 2 sets, I think we're going to get a second hero for both of those, and then they're also going to have 2 new classes to keep rolling new classes out. There's a lot more classes. Like, again, I know I've talked about how we're going to stop at like 10 or 12 because, it's a lot of heroes, and you don't want them to never make stuff for ninjas again. You know what I mean? Assassins have also been mentioned. To go back to part of the video where we were going over different things. Alchemist, I think, was mentioned. And again, I think 2 of those will be in Monarch, 2 of those will be in Kingdom, and then we're going to get the second heroes for the classes that don't have second or third heroes. I think Ninja has 4, you know what I mean? So, like, they're coming. And I don't think they're going to take a break either way. I think they're going to expand further and also touch on older classes. And right now, like I said, those are the classes that are doing it, which actually makes sense because Viscerai is actually a big part of the story. Everybody's looking for Ranger to be a little better, and cards like Command and Conquer mention multiple arsenals, and speculation is that Ranger's going to get multiple arsenals as a quiver for their bow, or for her bow, and makes complete sense. I don't know if everyone will get extra arsenals, but it makes complete sense to give it to Ranger, which could also, again, just be part of finishing the game. And that doesn't really finish the game, though. That would finish the class, because, again, Rangers having a quiver and multiple arrows makes nothing but sense. And considering that she's a little weaker and she's just not there. She's not there in Blitz. She's not there in Constructed. And as balanced as I feel they made these heroes with their, paper, scissors, rocks and everything like that, I feel like anyone that's kind of lacking is coming up. So yeah, I just want to know what everybody thinks about all this stuff. This is what I'm super excited about right here. Is like, we're I think 6 days away from the first spoiler. We get to see the cards. We're like a month away from release. We get to start cracking those boxes. Oh, so pumped. Anyways, I think that's all I really got. I can't think of anything else that really stood out or that I really wanted to like touch base on. But those were the 3 main subjects. Oh, I got one. The cash-in. So cash-in's being bought out. Cash-in's being spec'd on, and it's all because on cash-in it mentions 3 different currencies, and that you can draw cards off of that. There's also Spoils of War that mentions currency. All of it's been copper so far, and Kasai makes currency, again copper. But cash-in mentions silver and gold, and it being a currency. Now there's 2 camps for this. There's a camp that says it's going to be a mainstay in Flesh and Blood as a currency to do things. And some people think it's going to be a gimmick within Warrior, and we'll see where it goes. I'm in the camp that it's going to be a main mechanic of Flesh and Blood because they have multiple different currencies. They could have stuck with just copper, and I'd buy that it would be just in Warrior. But the fact that there's going to be gold and there's going to be silver tells me that they're going to produce a lot of cards, over the years that are going to have these different things. And I think they're going to be used by all classes, and I think they're going to really come into fruition. Oh, so yeah, sorry. And it would also open up a bunch of things. Now, like, think about a blacksmith and a weapon like Talishar. What is it, the Lost Prince? Talishar gets rust counters. A blacksmith could fix it. Maybe the blacksmith needs money to fix it. That's just a complete way to play. Like cards that rust or break or broken things. Like the blacksmith can fix broken equipment that he runs. But how do you do it? A mechanic with money would make complete sense. You know what I mean? Spend 5 copper or 4 copper, 1 gold, or 2 silver to fix one piece of equipment that broke. That's okay. I don't know. I think it's going to play a bigger part. That's kind of the most I really got into it, was things like a blacksmith using it and, the cash in being there. But I am in the camp that it's going to be a bigger mechanic than a smaller mechanic. And that is it. Those are my 4 things I really wanted to touch base on for Monarch. I hope you guys enjoyed. Again, please let me know what you guys think. I love talking about this stuff. I would love to have conversations. You can hit me up on posts, DMs, hit us up on our page. Just come be part of the community. Enjoy. I love talking about this, and I'll talk about it forever. So, again, I hope you guys have a great day. It's Friday. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe, and let's go. Let's fucking go.